Good day. Welcome to the Government House Weekly Press Briefing and COVID-19 update for the week of December 13th, 2021. For the benefit of the radio listening audience, I am Government House Communications Director Richard Mota. Joining me this afternoon to share the latest COVID-19 data and information on where Virgin Islands residents can get a free COVID-19 test and vaccine this week is Deputy Commissioner Ruben Malloy on behalf of Health Commissioner Justine Canacion. But before we go to DC Malloy this afternoon, I want to extend on behalf of Governor Bryan, Lieutenant Governor Roach, and everyone in the Bryan Roach administration, I want to ask the Virgin Islands community to join us in prayer for everyone affected by the tornadoes that slammed through 6 states, including the state of Kentucky this weekend. Governor Bryan, in a statement released early this morning, stated, and I quote, "Virgin Islanders know all too well the power of Mother Nature and how her fury at a moment's notice can change the shape of our physical, social, and economic landscape. Our hearts today are with the Americans this afternoon putting the pieces together and with those who tragically lost loved ones as a result of this ordeal." So we ask that you join us in prayer for all of those individuals, many of whom are Virgin Islanders themselves. We have a lot of Virgin Islanders living in the diaspora across the continental United States and abroad. And so we ask that you join us in prayer for them as they deal with that this morning and this afternoon. With that, I will turn over this afternoon's briefing for the COVID update this afternoon to Deputy Commissioner Malloy. DC Malloy.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Director Mota. As of December 11th, 2021, a total of 232,167 tests have been conducted in the territory. Of those tests, 7,605 individuals have tested positive. The 7-day positivity rate is 1.24%, which is up from last week's 0.74%. Active cases remain high on St. Croix and have actually increased on St. Thomas. There are currently 66 active cases in the territory, 45 on St. Croix, 20 on St. Thomas, and 1 on St. John. 7,452 cases have recovered, and unfortunately, there has been 88 fatalities. The latest death happened on St. Croix. The deceased is a 57-year-old female. I would like to take this time to extend my condolences on behalf of our Department of Health and to those who have lost their loved ones to COVID-19. If you are sick or have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, please call the epidemiology hotline to schedule an appointment for a COVID-19 test. The hotline is open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 340-712-6299 or 340-776-1519. You can also schedule an appointment online at covid19usvi.com/testing. For our hospitals, the Governor Juan F. Louis Hospital and Medical Center reported 1 COVID-19 admission. For the last 3 weeks, the Snyder Regional Medical Center has reported 0 COVID-19 admission. That's great. But with the holidays approaching and the possibility of the Omicron variant here in the territory, we must remain vigilant to keep our communities safe. The Virgin Islands Department of Health continues to send samples to Yale University for sequencing. So far, the Omicron has been identified in at least 30 U.S. states and D.C., but no cases have been identified in the USVI. It was recently reported that there are possible cases in Puerto Rico. We must act if this highly contagious variant already here, as if it is already here in the territory. The Department of Health will continue monitoring samples in an effort to detect any new variants. I'm encouraging you to do your part in getting vaccinated, practicing social distancing, and washing your hands frequently, staying home when sick, and wearing a mask. The COVID-19 vaccines are still the best tools we have to fight the pandemic, and getting your entire family, those 5 and up, vaccinated is easy and free. Here's our current schedule for pop-up vaccination sites throughout the territory. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Costulas on St. Thomas, and Wednesdays from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Port Authority Gravel Lot on St. John. The St. John location also has free COVID-19 testing available from 12 to 3 p.m. The Department of Health is also providing free COVID-19 vaccines on St. Croix at the market, formerly known as Plaza West, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in December from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Farmers Market, at the Agricultural Fairgrounds on Centerline every Saturday in December from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. The current schedule for COVID-19 vaccine for ages 5 to 11 is Tuesday and Friday at the Maternal Child Health on St. Thomas from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Monday through Friday at the Community Vaccination Center on St. Croix from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For ages 5 and up, you can schedule an appointment by calling 340-777-8227. For ages 5 and up, you can schedule yourself or your child online at covid19usvi.com/vaccines. If your child is homebound, the Department of Health can also bring the COVID-19 vaccine to you. To keep up with the latest information, including COVID-19 epidemiology and vaccine data, please visit the U.S. Virgin Islands Department of Health Facebook page or our website, www.covid19usvi.com, and for COVID-19 health information, alerts, COVID-19 text, COVID-19 USVI to 888-777. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, DC Malloy. And seriously, we can't take for granted. I know that we have our COVID numbers territory-wide, notwithstanding the issues in each district, but territory-wide, we are looking good, and we can't afford to, especially going into the holiday season, take for granted that fact with the Omicron variant specifically being out there. So thank you, DC Malloy, for that information. As we head into the holiday season, there are a lot of non-COVID related updates, including information that, based on the comments, because we do read the comments, a lot of you tune in every week to hear. With that, I am pleased to announce that the checks are officially in the mail. Last week, we announced that the Virgin Islands Bureau of Internal Revenue and Department of Finance, in accordance with the Governor and Lieutenant Governor's mandate, and in line with the promise of paying obligations of the government of the Virgin Islands, especially those owed to the people, Governor Bryan is pleased to announce today that the $25 million in income tax refunds have been released and issued to Virgin Islands residents through the U.S. Postal Service. As you may recall, last week we made that initial statement of the latest issuance, and I want to, on behalf of the Governor, again thank Director Joel Lee and the hardworking professionals at the Bureau of Internal Revenue and Commissioner Bosede Bruce and the hardworking team over at the Virgin Islands Department of Finance for everything that they've done and continue to do to support this effort. This latest run of returns comprises approximately 10,220 refunds, mostly covering tax year 2019. These returns, I'm sure, are a welcome gift to many Virgin Islands families. But I think it is important to remember when we think of gifts or fortune to Virgin Islands families that we also remember the Virgin Islanders who own small businesses. and the Virgin Isles who provide vendor services. They too have families, and they are a part of our collective Virgin Islands family. So I ask that if you have a little extra holiday cheer, spread it. I trust that it will go a long way. Let's help them have a Merry Christmas as well. In other non-COVID related news this afternoon, but related to family togetherness and things to do for the holiday season, I want to invite the public out to the Agriculture Fairground at number 1 Estate Lower Love for the 4th Daddy's Day Out. Popular belief is that the fathers in our community are not as present as they should be, and that our community is broken as a result. Well, what this event has been successful at doing over the years is showing that us as a community, that is not the case. That's what this event has been showing over the last couple of years, that moniker is not necessarily the case. And it has shown that to the extent that that statement is true, it is more the exception rather than the rule. There are a lot of fathers and father figures in our community doing their part to shape and guide our young sons and daughters without fanfare and without the collective support of we, the village. So I'm asking on behalf of the governor and the entire administration that we all as a community big them up this year. Let's say to each of them, I see you and I appreciate you. And that is not to minimize the contributions of mothers and mother figures in our community. It is to highlight an event that puts focus on the men in our community who are apart from the stereotype and are deserving of recognition for doing what they do on a daily basis. Even though it is dubbed Daddy's Day Out, this is an event that promises to be fun and engaging for the entire family. So bring out the entire family this Saturday, December 18th at the Rudolph Schalterbrand Agricultural Grounds. Again, that is at number 1 Estate Lower Love. So for those of you who don't necessarily subscribe to the estates and the formal addresses of things, this is where we'll have the agricultural fair every year, and that will be held in May this year, and there will be more information coming up on that as well. There will be obstacle courses, educational games, gifts, and much more. So for more information, you can contact Mr. Damian Lang, who is the founder of Fathers in the Community, Inc., which is the organization that is putting this together and has done so for the last 3 years. This is going to be their 4th one. You could contact Mr. Damian Lang at 864-626-8236. That number again is 864-626-8236. I want to take the time to thank Damian and the entire team at Fathers in the Community for their continued advocacy on this very necessary initiative, and also to encourage all the fathers in our community within the sound of my voice to come out. Bring your children and share in this experience. I think that it's a very worthwhile initiative, and I really want to thank everyone who, just personally want to thank everyone who is involved in bringing it to fruition. The community really needs it, and so that's good stuff, and thank you all. As I mentioned, we have several non-COVID related updates this afternoon, and so I will close with a few of them. We are pleased to announce the completion of we're pleased to announce the formal ribbon cutting ceremony for the completion of Phase 1 of the Veterans Drive project this Thursday, December 16th at 10 a.m. The ceremony will be live streamed for the public right here on our Facebook page and broadcast on the Government Access Channel, which is Channel 27 if you have VIA. Speaking of ribbon cuttings, I am also excited to announce this afternoon the completion and ribbon cutting of the terminal expansion project at the Henry E. Rosen Airport, which will take place next Monday, December 20th. Like the Veterans Drive groundbreaking ceremony on Monday, or the groundbreaking ceremony this Thursday, the ceremony on Monday will be live streamed right here on our Facebook page. It would also be live streamed on the Virgin Islands Port Authority's Facebook page and carried live on Channel 27, which is the government access channel. Lastly, this afternoon, the governor has an exciting announcement tomorrow, one that is near and dear to his heart, and that is creating opportunities for young people. As many of you know, Governor Bryan launched the Virgin Islands Financial Fellows Program earlier this year, which gives young Virgin Islanders an opportunity to return home and work within the government of the Virgin Islands on rotation between the Department of Finance, Office of Disaster Recovery, the Bureau of Internal Revenue, and the Office of Management and Budget. Well, adding to that, Governor Bryan is scheduled to announce tomorrow the launch of the first ever Governor's Millennial Council, a cohort of young Virgin Islanders who will serve as an advisory group to not only inform the governor on issues confronting young Virgin Islanders, but also advise him on potential solutions from young Virgin Islanders' perspective. And that's the important thing here, is that not only will they be advising the governor on the many issues that confront young Virgin Islanders, but they will also be presenting to him potential solutions. As members of this council, they will also be presenting to him solutions that could potentially help to inform a lot of the policy-making decisions here from Government House. And so it's a very exciting initiative, and the governor will be announcing that tomorrow. The launch will be carried live on Government House, as well as the other ribbon cutting ceremonies. It will be aired here live on our Facebook page and on the government access channel. And so that will be carried tomorrow, Tuesday, December 14th at 1:30 p.m. here on our Facebook page and on the government access channel. I will take any questions from the media if there are any at this point. Go ahead. Susan Ellis from the Virgin Islands Source.
Thank you, Richard, and good afternoon to you and Deputy Commissioner. I wanted to ask about what's going on at Juan Luis. At the ICU is reported to either be closing down or work shortage. Can you tell us what the governor knows so far, or what you know so far? And if that's a true statement, then how will it be dealt with?
So Susan, who were you addressing that question to specifically? I could speak from. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, I was asking. Well, either of you or both of you, whoever is more up to date on what is actually happening there.
Yeah. So I know. Yeah, I know that is a fluid situation. At this current juncture, I would let someone from the Department of Health respond to that, or we could get back to you later on. But from what the governor is prepared to respond, like I said, it's a fluid situation, and I know that right now the governor is still probably being fully briefed on all of the many moving parts that I'm sure is going on there. So.
Okay, and it was reported that the governor will meet with some of the physicians tomorrow. And do you know what the subject of that meeting will be?
I don't have any updates for you at this current juncture on that.
Okay. And did Deputy Commissioner Malloy have any information on Juan Luis?
Simply, good afternoon, Susan. Simply to reiterate what Director Mota said, that it's a fluid situation. I am aware of the Commissioner of Health being called to an emergency meeting, and that is all we know right now. It's a fluid situation, and we'll continue to monitor and report out as more information becomes available.
Thank you. And just one last, I didn't hear the hours for the Dad's Day Out at the Ag Fair. What are the hours for that?
Yeah, Suzanne, sorry about that. The hours for that is, so it'll be this Saturday, this Saturday, December 18th from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Agriculture Fairground.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Suzanne. Do we have any other media on the line? All right, okay, seeing none, that concludes our briefing this afternoon. Remember to wear your mask, practice social distancing, and get the vaccine and booster now that it is available. We will see you all here next week, Monday, December 20th, right after the groundbreaking ceremony for the new terminal expansion project at the Henry E. Rosen Airport. See you then.